This is my Risoni Bolognaise recipe. If you love spaghetti bolognese, you're going to absolutely love how easy this one is. I start this recipe off by cutting up some parsley. I've washed it and got that ready to go in the Thermomix. I'm adding a couple of cloves of garlic. You can add as many as you like. I'm adding my parsley in now, and I'm going to pop in a little bit of oil, and then I'm going to pop the lid on and give it a blitz. This is just mixing it together to get all the ingredients the same size. And then I'm going to add my onion, and I'm cutting this up into small portions so that it's easier to remove the skin. I'm going to add them in and weigh them as I go. The full recipe for this is on our blog. You'll be able to find it in the comments, the link for it in the comments below. So pop the lid on now, and we're going to give it a chop first, and then we're going to cook it. So this is a dish that's so simple. It's all done in one bowl. So, you know, not like spaghetti, making spaghetti in a separate bowl. So we just scrape that down, and then I'm popping the lid back on, and now I'm going to put my Thermomix on to saute, and we're going to saute these ingredients to bring out those lovely flavors. The next thing I'm doing is, while that's sauteing, I'm just going to get my herb blend sorted out. So this is a herb blend that's also on our website, but you can actually use any herb blend you like. There's lots of Italian blends from the supermarket. I just like to make this one because it's quick and easy, and you can use it in so many recipes. I've also put in a stock cube or stock pot. It's a continental stock pot. It's a beef one. I've put some salt, and I'm putting in some analyse tomatoes. These tomatoes are really full. The tin hasn't got hardly any liquid in. The liquid that is there is actually almost like a paste. I've added a little bit of water to my tin to wash it out and put that in. Now I'm adding the herbs, and I'm also adding some Worcestershire sauce. I use the Leo Perrins one. I like that one the best. A little bit of pepper, and we're going to pop on the lid and give that a blitz to break up those tomatoes. So that just takes a few seconds. Now I'm getting the meat sorted. Now this is a really unusual way, I know, to do meat. So I'm actually going to steam it in the simmering basket. And I know we normally would fry this in a fry pan, but I want this meal to be cooked all in one go in my Thermomix so that I don't have to have lots of dishes to clean, and it's much easier. Now I think that if your sauce has enough flavour, this works really well. So I've broken up the meat pieces so that they don't stay in big chunks, and now we're going to cook it. So this is now steamed. So the meat is steamed in the simmering basket, and I'm cooked the sauce in the base. Now I'm adding the risoni. So this is where you would normally put in spaghetti. So we're putting the risoni in its place, and putting the meat back in, and putting the juices and the lid back on, and setting it to cook for a little bit longer for the risoni to cook through. So once we've done that and it's all cooked and beautiful, what we're going to do is we're taking the lid off again, and we're going to put the meat into our thermo server. So if you don't have one of these, you can use any sort of serving bowl. I'm just breaking up that meat a little bit, and then I'm going to add the risoni, the cooked risoni, on top. So the sauce and the risoni is all together, and we'll add that to the top of our meat. So after scraping all of the risoni out of the Thermomix bowl, what I do then is I pop the lid on the thermo server and leave it for 3 to 5 minutes. So we set that aside, and that's what it looks like when it's ready to serve. So I've just popped some Parmesan cheese on top and served it like that. Yum! So yummy. And so easy to make in one pot.